Hey guys, Reaganite71. I'm still here, I'm still alive. I've been gone for several weeks. I apologize for that. Thank you to all of the folks who have sent comments and asking if I'm okay. We're fine. I had several weeks where my back was out, upper back, and didn't want to get out in the garden and aggravate it. And also, with the August heat, it was just bad. And because of that, in that 3-week period where I kind of let the garden go, it became a snowballing effect. And it was one of them situations where it looked so bad, you know, and it was so hot, I didn't want to bring the camera out, didn't want to show you, I was kind of embarrassed. The temperatures have fallen back now, and I thought I'd bring you out here and show you what happens when you go a long period of time and the garden only gets water. Now, because I was out of the garden for so long, I missed my window to plant for the fall in order to get stuff ready, you know, to be able to harvest before the frost. So what I'm probably going to do now is let all of this go fallow for the winter time. I'll, when everything gets done, I'm going to pull everything up. I'm going to top off the beds with fresh compost, and I got a lot from this summer, all of the drunken composting that I did. I'll top off the beds. I'll cover it with Visqueen, black Visqueen, and then just let it sit and let the ground kind of rest and all of that, and get back at it next February and March as far as getting it ready to go for another great summer. But let me show you what it looks like now. Well, the marigolds have taken over the first bed. This was the extra bed I made at the beginning of the year for squash, zucchini, and things like that. We're still harvesting stuff though. All we've done for the past 5 or 6 weeks is come out about once a week and harvest stuff. The automatic watering system is working pretty good. Yesterday we had our first rain in about 3 or 4 weeks, I think. I've got a few plants where the pressure may not be as good on the watering system. I'm going to have to look into that. But as you can see, I've got lots of weeds and lots of marigolds. This was the watermelon bed. Grass is very invasive, especially when your neighbor doesn't weed eat along their fence line. I've actually got weed block down here, so all of this stuff is coming over from the neighbor's yard. And I was in the situation where I had watermelon vines and all of that. I couldn't really get in there and weed eat or do anything about it. It's just coming over. So, and a lot of these plants have run their course. So pretty soon I'll be pulling everything up, and then I will get all of the weeds out. I think next year I'm going to put something up against this fence here. Maybe take it up a couple of feet. I don't know if I'll use weed block or what, maybe cardboard, and let them keep their grass over there. Our cantaloupe TIKI, we still have green leaves. Matter of fact, last week Mrs. Reaganite actually came out here and went through it and got a couple more cantaloupe. Pretty good. All in all, I think we've probably gotten about 9 or 10 cantaloupe out of here. But it's a nice tangled mess. The pole beans, the Kentucky Wonder pole beans, have run their course for the most part, and I've let the corn sit as well. I'm going to take all of that, all the bean stalks and all that, and grind them up into the bed, because that's a great source of nitrogen. And I think next year we're going to stay away from the pole beans. Mrs. Reaganite just doesn't like these as much as she does green beans. So we'll probably do that next year. But they were really invasive, and they just pretty much made their own wall here. The tomatoes have just about run their course, but I'm going to tell you something. They've been getting water consistently, and you can see where some of the vines are dying off. But look at this. I've still got lots of tomatoes that I need to pick here. Little large red cherries and better boys. I've even got a few Rutgers that are down there turning still. Look at that. And you can take these tomatoes like this, right here. You can harvest them at this point, just take them inside, and they will continue to ripen. The heat was kind of rough on them. We had a lot of cracking tomatoes. But the shade cloth, I think, really helped, because this would have been a lot worse off without the shade. we had a lot of 100-degree days. Boy, there's a beauty right there. Look at that. That's a nice big tomato right there. It's like a tomato snowman. Mrs. Reaganite this past weekend while I was at work, she made a whole bunch of salsa. We probably took about 40, 50 tomatoes last week off of here. And that's all we've been doing during August, is just coming out here and harvesting. But she made a whole bunch of salsa. The peppers have really thrived in the heat, by the way. Look at that. I got some Rutgers still. These were determinate tomatoes. I was going to pull all of this up, but it still had some green ones on. Left it, and looky there. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Well, I decided to go ahead and pick off the ones closest to being ready. And you can see just in a couple of minutes, here's what I got off of tomato plants that I pretty much just left alone. Haven't been feeding them or anything, just giving them water. Not too bad, especially considering last week we got 40. So there we go. Now, if you've heard me talk about peppers before, you know they love the heat. They are just as green as can be. And our California Wonder heirlooms are doing pretty good as far as bell peppers go. They grow a lot smaller than the kinds that you would, plants you might get from a nursery or whatever. They don't get as big, it seems like. And maybe it's something that I'm doing, but... And one of the issues that I had early on, since I planted them early, was the initial ones would get a lot of blossom end rot, which are calcium issues, and looks like this one's got it too. No, it was growing. It just felt like it had blossom end rot on the bottom. Huh. Yeah, here's one right here. See that right there? The Tabasco peppers are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Look at how bountiful they are. We pulled a bunch of these off. We had some sweet banana peppers that fell over and started growing amongst them, and as you can see, I believe they've cross-pollinated. They're getting the funky colors as well. I suppose I could save these seeds and have sweet banana Tabasco peppers next year, huh? Wow, wow, wow. Folks, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a warm, sweet banana pepper right there. Okra is still growing. It's actually come up and hit the shade cloth. I'm telling you, this stuff is, if you don't harvest it every single day at about just slightly below pinky size, you get some monsters that you just can't eat. And then they start curling, they look like ram's horns. These are some okra right here that I've left on the vine to let them go to seed. I'll be harvesting those here before too long. But man, you gotta keep this stuff picked constantly. My cucumbers are done for, as you can see here. They are done for. I've left some on the vine so that they could go yellow and pull seeds off of. Well, that's the state of the garden right there. Still able to pull some stuff out, still got a lot of peppers going. But when that heat kicked in with all the other issues going on, back to school and all that, and the fact that I've been doing videos pretty much non-stop since February, it was time to take a little break. So I got my break in. The next thing I'm going to be doing is cleaning this garden up, getting rid of a lot of stuff, clearing it out, let it go fallow for the winter, and rest of the land, and then I'm going to be doing some stuff for the fall and winter. I'm going to shift gears and just do some videos on things that I'm interested in. Things like scroll saw fret working, using a scroll saw to make really intricate little projects. I might do a little bit on metal detecting, gold's at like $1,300 an ounce. How you can go out and find some goodies and maybe make a little money. First time I got my metal detector, I went out, I found a gold ring, and that's a nice little chunk of found money when you find something like that and you take it and go sell it. So I might do some things like that over the fall and the winter. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.